Hello everyone, Zelrant here, and today for Girls Frontline 2, now that we know that Springfield and her entire event is coming up next, I thought we'd go over what was announced when she was announced in her event for the CN version. Now, no, there will be definitely differences because it was an anniversary event when she came out for them. For us, it's kind of like that a month after half anniversary, and so it's not really an event into that capacity. It's just the big event, and I think that's the direction they're at overall going now. It's the direction we're seeing with CN as well, because Leva's event was not a half anniversary or anniversary event. It was just a big story event that included two characters, which was Leva and then Robella. And so that seems to be their pattern now. They had Klukai Mishti first, Springfield Paris, and then Leva, Robella, and then 3 months later, so probably here in a month or two on their next character or the one after, they'll probably have another big event. That seems to be their standard practice now. And so it does come with a lot of extra bonuses. As we saw with Klukai and Mishti, we had a lot of extra bonus pulls and stuff that came with that. I am fully expecting that with the Springfield event as well, and we'll kind of see what they got on the CN side. So let's just go through this. Just know none of this is all speculation, because this is the notes for the CN version. Don't take any of this as truth, and don't expect these 100% to be the case. But looking at the first thing was Springfield, of course. We're going to get Springfield. They basically announced her with it. So that's not going to change. We will get Springfield for sure, as well as her weapon. And then what's also nice is they came out with her dress here. So her skin came out with her. I fully expect them to come out with her skin as well. They didn't have anything that announced it officially yet. But they make their money on the skins. They're almost certainly going to be giving us the skin. They've been giving us all the skins a lot earlier than they have on CN. So we have the skin that came out for her. And if you want to, we can actually just take a quick look at it here. And so this is one, I think this is one that she had in Girls Frontline 1 as well. It's just bringing back her skin from that. But let's see. I think this is coming. This is a re-upload of the scene ones. Theirs are always a little bit more blurry than when they do it on global, it seems. But you kind of see how our skills work within that. And you can also see some of her dorm animations here too with the dress. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to like her for that. But yeah, that was pretty much it there. And it looks like you actually danced. I didn't actually watch this entire video yet. We'll almost certainly get this when the skin's announced for us as well. But we can fully expect that. The other big thing, and this is not confirmed at all, but I fully expect we're going to get Faye. Because she came along with this. We've already got Yuhi. We really need physical units, and Faye is a very easy one for them to bring. She's the new unit that goes into the standard banner, so there'll be a standard pistol that comes alongside her that gets put in the standard banner as well. And then they got a free copy of her. Now, this was an anniversary event, so they did give her a free copy. I fully expect us to be able to earn her in the same way, because basically she was able to be earned through completing the event, and I expect it to be the same for us. She's nothing crazy at her V0. She does get exponentially better as you get her dupes. And being a standard character, that is something you can target if you really like the physical team with Yuhi, Diane, and all them. And so I fully expect us to get this. None of this is confirmed, but Faye is most likely going to come alongside this as a reward for completing the event as well, just like it was in CN. There was also the rumors, and I had mentioned this on a past one, that data miners had seen that Springfield, Faye, and Paris were all in the data files currently in global. So this was predicted before they were even officially announced. Before we even had the broadcast that hinted at this event, this was thought of. So I fully expect us to get her. But it is still rumors at this point. There's not been anything officially confirming she's coming. But then after that, so just like the Klukai event, they had Mishti as the second unit that came out as part of the story. Paris is the second unit that will come with that. So the second phase of this event, Paris will come out. She's a really good burn unit. I don't think she's getting a lot of use right now currently, because she's not needed. in the burn team. She's definitely not going to be your meta unit if you want in the top the damage charts. But one thing is she's very convenient, especially for us. It's going to be a little bit more convenient, I believe, just for the simple fact we don't have all the same units that CN has at this point. But she does make it a lot easier to trigger all 6 of QJ's support actions because she can do multiple attacks in a single turn, triggering QJ each time. And so she's really good for that. She's a very good defensive unit as well. She can shield herself. If you invest a lot of dupes into her, which I wouldn't advise on her, there's better units to invest dupes in, but you can actually make her do decent damage as well. But she's definitely a good pickup if you just want somebody that can help trigger QJ support actions. Really good for just having that extra unit in Gunsmoke Frontline. And then let's see. So you have the event here. As you can kind of see, it's got the same design we had with the Klukai Mishti, where you have like all the different parts of it. They'll slowly unlock over time with the event. First, we'll start with Springfield story, and that's going to be the 3 weeks that hers takes up. And then the second half will unlock as Paris comes. And then there'll be like other stuff, that little things that unlock here and there through the time gaps. Fully expect it to be the same thing. I didn't hear of any rewrites or anything to their story. And so that will almost certainly be the same. They had a new game mode, Relic Recycling, a roguelike. So just some more of the mini-game type stuff that were added in here. Who knows what they'll do. They've shooken up what the mini-games have been from us compared to CN. So we'll kind of have to see. I mean, it takes place in the Zucaro Cafe type deal. So I would expect they bring back that event unless it was really hated and they bring back another different event. I know a lot of people really didn't like the event for Cinerisi because it was just kind of an annoying one. So who knows? I don't know if this is a similar case where they might change it up because they get feedback on it. But these are kind of the mini games we came with on that one. Girls Frontline 2 account binding. Okay, that's just talking about some of their stuff. And then they had a mini game. There's a lot of mini games, and this could just be an anniversary type deal that they had because this was their anniversary patch. They brought back a bunch of mini games, so you had the board game come back as that as well. But then here's the big thing that came with it. And I don't expect it probably to be as good, but probably close to it because I think, if I remember correctly, Klukai and Mishti for us, we got 20 limited polls and then a 10 poll plus other little bit of polls as you normally get with any event. So it was actually like closer to like 35 or 40 total extra polls on top of our normal income. And so I expect it to be similar to that. But for theirs, they had 60 on theirs. This was the anniversary, so it's probably not going to be 60. But they had 60 polls that came with this. They had 10 limited and 10 standard polls being able to be claimed immediately after the update. To me, that kind of gives me the thought of that is the immediate anniversary reward. So that one we probably won't have. That's just anniversary polls they were given. But then you also have a total of 20 limited polls can be obtained by logging in over 7 days for both the first half and second half event. We had that with the Klukai Mishti event. So I'm fully expecting us to have that one. So there will be 20 polls that we can get. 10 of them. Now, only 10 of them will be able to be attained for Springfield. So I know people are trying to get as many polls as they can for Springfield now that she's coming. You will be able to most likely get 10 right here. And then 10 on the other end. And then this is... Okay, so this is the anniversary rewards here, actually, it looks like. Logging in on the anniversary, December 21st, will be able... So they had a very specific anniversary drop. So this actually may be the 40 that we get. Because I believe we're going to get 40. We're not going to get the extra anniversary login reward because it's not an anniversary event for us. And then they had a little bit of rewards for the global release. That's not going to happen for us either. We're already released at this point. But here's the other big thing. And I expect we'll probably get this as well. And this is going to... This is where it's going to... The decisions are going to be tough for a lot of people. Is Springfield's a really big... You must pick up unit. Even if you only can get V0, just throw everything you have at her. She's like the single best unit that you can get on your account right now from a meta perspective. Not only is she great sustain, great support, she also makes Tololo broken with her expansion key and at V2. But not only do you get that, though, you're wanting the pull in Springfield, they're most likely going to bring back a character and weapon selector banner. And so this is basically a 100% rate up banner, and you select amongst a group of 4 dolls. Now, ours will have to be different if we get it, because actually has all units that we had. I expect ours to be different just because we just had Jiawei. I highly doubt they're going to give us a selection banner with Jiawei, but they had 4 options of older dolls that came out. They could select one of them, and then they had the same pity as our current limited banners. But the difference was it was 100% rate up. So you select one, you pull on it. As soon as you get an SR, you're guaranteed to get the unit you selected. There is no 50-50. And then once you win one of them, it goes away. And it was the same with the weapon, I believe, as well. Yeah, and they get a respective signature weapon banner. So those of you that don't have a specific, like a weapon that you want, you can get it here and guarantee it. Although weapon banner is not as valuable because it's already a 75-25, it's still a great way to guarantee you get the weapon on that banner. Now, this one, if you do want to pull in this one, make sure you have enough for pity. I believe, yeah, pity does not carry over on these banners. So if we get this banner, you pull until you win that SSR because that pity is not carrying over. So don't press your luck on it thinking maybe I get it, maybe I don't, because those pulls aren't going to carry over to any other banners. But you will be guaranteed whatever you get on it. Now, I fully expect we'll get something like that. It's a really good one to throw alongside really good characters like Springfield because people are hurting for pulls right now, as I've seen in my comments. And so that just makes it even harder to make decisions. I will tell you, skip this banner if it means not being... I would not do this banner if it means you're going to miss Springfield. I highly doubt they're going to put someone that's on here valuable enough to really warrant it. Maybe a Suomi. If they put Suomi on it, that one's probably a good... Especially if you don't have a V1, that might be a good pickup. But Suomi's kind of fallen off at this point because you don't need the sustain she's able to provide at this point anymore once you get your full team set up. Except for your ice team. So we had that. They had limited time skin reruns. I mean, they've already done skin reruns for us at this point, so any limited skins may come back here. We can expect some stuff to come back. I think they did that with Klukai. So you can kind of see some of the limited skins that came back here. This was an anniversary thing. They re-upped the top-ups on currency. They're not going to do that with us. That'll be on our anniversary. The selector packs. I don't know if this will come. This might have been an anniversary thing as well. So this was basically, instead of having the rate-up selector, they could outright buy the character in the shop. I can't remember the price, but it was like $50 to $60. So instead of having to do the gacha system to get the character, you could outright buy them. And then you can outright buy a weapon as well. So it'd be like $50 for the weapon or 40, or I don't remember the cost. But you could outright buy a character and weapon without having to deal with the gacha system at all. And so this might be a good opportunity. On this one, they had Klukai, for example, on there. So someone that wanted to guarantee a copy of her could spend the $50 or whatever, get her and her weapon. And I believe it was these were one-time only as well. You couldn't just buy V6 outright for cash. You could just get one copy. So they had a web event as well. And then they had some other collabs. So some of this stuff is just like specific to the like we don't know. We'll probably get our own unique stuff that's kind of equivalent to this. It's probably our own little web event, probably completely different. Some kind of Chinese transport card that's just related to China. I doubt we'll get something like that. A photo box collab. I don't know. All that stuff is going to be completely. I don't expect any of that to be similar at all there. And then we have quality of life improvements they had brought here. This is where we're definitely probably going to get quality of life. They really pushed them big time on the Klukai one. And so I'm fully expecting we're going to see another big push on this one for us as well. So this one we already have. We already have basically the stuff they got here. The auto adjustments to make it a little bit easier for autoing. We got that. And the UI on the shop, we just got that like a patch 2 ago where they updated the shop UI for us. What we don't have, though, is the ability to trade in the redundant pieces, or everybody calls them Doritos, for pulls. I believe that, I could be remembering incorrectly, but I'm pretty sure it was the half anniversary when they got those. I'm expecting that to be the big quality of life announcement on this one. I could be wrong. Don't take it for truth. But I fully expect that we get that update where we could trade them in for pulls. Somebody was, I did see someone see that someone mentioned in my comments, there's no way they'll give it to us when she comes out. They'll give it to us when Paris comes out so that we can't use those to get copies of her. That would look really bad and be a really bad PR move on their part, I would think. But we'll just kind of have to see. But I'm expecting we will get that quality of life update. And because Springfield, you really, her dupes are really good. So they're going to make money on her regardless if people have pulls saved up through those redundant pieces. Because one, everybody should get V1. She's one of the best V1s in the game. And probably the only one at this point, I'd say, free to hers and and Vector. Her and Vector have the V1s that I would say even free to play should get. And so I fully expect they'll make money regardless. So I doubt they're going to do that disaster of not giving it to us and then like giving it to us on like the second instance of the event so that you can't use them for Springfield. I highly doubt that's going to happen. If they're going to give it to us this patch, they're going to give it to us immediately. But yeah, you can yell at me if I'm wrong though. I very well could be. The other big thing here, the neural upgrade expansion key. I expect this to be the same as well. Tololo being the biggest one. Tololo is going right now. I think tier list has her at tier 2. As soon as her expansion key comes out, which it probably will with Springfield, he goes right up to tier 0. Crazy damage. You do want to make sure you can get her to V2. If you have not gotten her to V2, you should make her your selector on your standard pulls and throw everything you can at that until you get V2. If you haven't already been doing that already, that was advice I gave a while ago. Get Tololo to V2. It was QJ V3 and Tololo V2. With Springfield now coming out, I would prioritize Tololo V2 over QJ V3 just because of how good Tololo is going to be. And then on the Pre side of things, when Pre came out, we got the expansion key for Cinerisi. This is where Cinerisi saw her become better than Senia. Now, we did get expansion keys for Senia, Sabrina, and Colfine as well. I think we already got Colfine's now. I don't know. I don't really care about her at all. And I really don't remember Sabrina's all that much as well. Don't know what's going to happen with that, but I'm almost certain we're for sure getting Tololo's. We'll kind of have to see if Cinerisi's makes sense to give us Cinerisi's alongside Puri. But we will get expansion keys with this update as well. Then they had like future stuff. We already got this skin. They were talking about this skin coming out. We already got it. They had figurines announced here as well. So something with Graza. I don't think like they've announced actually quite a few figures at this point. The Klukai one, absolutely the one with her on the bike. I want. They still haven't put out like the pre-orders or anything for it yet. I think they've announced a Yuhi one now, and so they've just announced that they're in works. We still haven't got the actual official ability to pre-order them yet. Who knows? Maybe they'll announce that at this one. Neural Cloud collaboration. They had some kind of collab with Neural Cloud in the future. We'll have to see. I don't know if they've even had that collab yet. They've been talking. They just talked a lot about future stuff. Some of it we even haven't had yet. They don't have the 3D dorm yet. Still. Now I will say on the CN side, they did promise, I believe, like 2 patches or things to go on CN. That for every month they are behind after July, they will give a 10 pull. So, CN at least will be getting 10 pulls until they get it after July. So they may talk about it a little bit at ours because we've gotten a lot of this stuff pretty early relating to when CN got it in terms of where we're at in the game. So they had that, and then, I mean, this is all just kind of them hinting at future stuff that they've already brought out now. They hinted at Leva. And some skins here. And that was pretty much it for the event. It was a pretty big event for them. It was the anniversary. But as you can see, some of the stuff we have a good idea of what we're going to be expecting here. I expect us to get Springfield and Puri. They're the story characters. Almost certainly it's going to be them too. They had it on the picture of the announcement, so I don't see that changing. The expansion keys, I expect to be the same. They just make sense. Tololo getting hers just pairs so well with Springfield. Cinerisi's the one that's like, I mean, you're upping the burn team with Puri, so it makes sense to bring out Cinerisi's, but who knows? I don't think they don't gel together in a way that makes it like, oh, it has to be Cinerisi's coming with her, like Tololo and Springfield. But I think that one's very likely to come alongside it. I expect to get just at least as many polls as we got with Klukai and Mishti. On this case, if it follows this case, we would get an extra 10 polls. We'll just kind of have to see. But we did get 30 with Klukai and Mishti, so I do expect that they'll probably do at least that for us on this one. And then I kind of expect Doritos update or redundant pieces being able to trade them in for pulls. That one, not guaranteed, but I would really, really like it, and I think a lot of other people will really like it. And I think this is when they're going to announce it. It just makes sense to me, but we'll have to see. They're going to have some kind of quality of life they want to announce, but we'll have to see what comes to that. But that's pretty much it. There will be probably changes. The mini games, I fully expect the mini games to be shuffled around. They've not had any consistency with CN on the mini games. It's just kind of been all over the place. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what they got on the Springfield event, which we'll be having here soon. I will be streaming this on July 3rd when she comes out. It's going to be a big day, I think, because it's going to not only be this, but I think they're bringing back the Nier event for Nikkei, so it's going to be a long stream day for me that day. But that's pretty much it for now. We'll go over Springfield's kit, probably not super quickly, because they gave us this announcement really early. But we'll talk about a little bit more about Springfield and Paris and all of them as we get closer and up to the run-up of the actual live stream when they do go through the whole live stream for it. But that's it for now, and if you like my content, if you could like, comment, subscribe, it really helps, and thanks for watching.